give Mike and Elon a lot of credit. I have a ton of respect for Mike. I've known him for a long time. We were both director of basketball operations at Wake Forest and Duke, respectively, in the early 2000s, and just a world-class guy. And I love watching his teams on tape. I love their culture. I love the bounce, the energy they have on the bench. Everything about what they do, I have a lot of respect for. It was a hard-fought win. You know, conference games are that way. They always are. You know, you can almost take it to the bank. It's going to come down to a possession or two. I wish it hadn't, right? When we had whatever it was, 9, 10-point lead late. They came after us like gangbusters, made some big threes, but you know, I give Demetrius a lot of credit after missing a couple free throws earlier in the game. Stepped up there, up 2, knocked those 2 free throws down, which was big. I love his line. You know, he stuffs the stat sheet. 5 steals, 5 rebounds, 14 points. I was proud of him. I thought Benny Burnham was really good for us tonight. Not only his line of scoring, because he scored the ball, made big baskets, really on his defensive assignments, and that doesn't show up on the stat sheet all the time. I think OC and Chuck were really big for us tonight defensively. Second half, I thought our rebounding was terrific. Those guys, OC and Chuck, were really good at the point of their offense. You know, they run a lot of stuff through their 5, and I thought those guys did an unbelievable job defensively for us. But it's good to get a win. You know, the other day we had a tough loss against Delaware. Our guys responded, had good preparation, and took care of business tonight. So looking forward to the next one.
You guys seem like you had the game in hand, really. It's with 6 minutes to go up by 15, but then
yeah,
momentum changed.
Yeah, you know, they bang some big threes, and that's how it goes. Basketball's a game of momentum, right, of runs, and they went on a run at that time. And like I said, we figured out a way to nail it down at the end.
It's kind of unfortunate, the final play, I guess, the traveling call, but I mean, that's how it happens when you slide on the floor.
Unfortunate for them?
Yeah.
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 Fortunate for us.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that kid's a really good player. He's a strong right-hand driver. Rip drove and you know, fell down. So it's the way it goes.
Your first CAA win, just kind of what does this mean for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I just I'm so blessed and lucky and appreciative to be here. I've said that all along. Great. So fired up to wake up in Charleston every day and say I live here, represent this school, the university, and in this league. So, yeah, it means a lot.
I thought your defense was terrific for 35 minutes. What was sort of their energy coming out after 8-day layoff?
Yeah, I just think we had great practices. Our guys were, and man, like, all this craziness is going to continue. There's going to be new things that we're going to have to face, and adversity, and games canceled. I'm sure it's going to happen again. Hopefully not. But our guys have been great at just the next thing. Our practices have been purposeful. Film sessions, same thing. Yeah, our guys compete every single day. And I tell you guys this all the time. I'm a big believer that the results take care of themselves if you're great in the process, and that's what we focus on. So.
You put some bigger guys on McIntosh in the second half? Or
Yeah. What's that?
Or did I imagine that?
No, yeah. I mean, we did a lot of switching, right? So you had, you know, different guys guarding different people, but you know, so matchups change due to that. But he's a really good player, no question. You know, and in the first half, you know, he got loose. He's a zero space guy. Like, he has a quick trigger, and he can really shoot with space. And we had a couple breakdowns in scouting assignments early on, and challenged our guys at halftime. And I thought we did a better job in the second half. You can't give a guy that the number one thing in his scouting report is, you know, no space threes. And then he gets loose off some actions, and we close out, shorten our gap with our hands down. They bangs a 3. And then you let a rhythm shooter get in a rhythm, right? So the one he hit on OC right before the half was a tough contested shot from like 25 feet. But you know what? It was the other 4 before that gave him the confidence to shoot that. So we let him get going and challenged our guys at halftime. And I thought we did a better job in the second half.
I know John kind of lost the ball there at the end against Delaware. Comes out today, he drops 19 as a pretty solid outing. What can you say about his balance?
Yeah, I mean, resiliency. I didn't expect anything else. When he was disappointed in the locker room, I told you guys in here that he was devastated in the locker room. I told him, I go to you every day of the week and twice on Sunday. It's a go-to guy on our team. Anybody can see that, and we go to him in big moments. We did that tonight, and he was really good for us.
Just a quick turnaround to get a William and Mary, I think it is on Tuesday. Considering you have an 8-day layoff, you kind of have to get the gears going again to get right locked in for conference play. And just
Yeah, it's the next thing. What's next? What's next? Sometimes you know what the next thing is. Sometimes you don't. No matter what, it's how we respond to it. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Circumstances force you didn't have a couple guys available. Do you like,
Yeah, man. And you know what's funny, Jeff, about that is this puzzle that every coach in the country is putting together every game. It's part of the new chess match. It's part of the new COVID deal, right? Where you don't. It's like a box of chocolates, like Forrest Gump says. You never know what you're going to get. Seriously, and it's like this guy's in, this guy's out, and you might be preparing for a game plan with this, and then all of a sudden he's out and he's in. It's part of the chess match that coaches are going through every single day. And a lot of times I call it the advantage of no choice. Figure it out, and when not only me but every coach in the country has to do a lot of figuring out. Not only from game to game with your roster, but shutdowns, cancellations, how you can keep the ship afloat and keep it moving forward. Part of the deal.
was Demetrius a point guard in D3, right?
I wouldn't call him a pure point by any stretch. He's a player. He's our point guard. He's a player. Sometimes when you talk about in football, what position is a guy, and they just say athlete. Like Demetrius is a player. Happens to be our point guard, but there's no question this is more point than he's played in his entire career. And I think he's growing a lot in that role. He's a problem. He's a problem for defenses because he
Shot late down the stretch.
Yeah. I mean, and I want him to play with that courage, right? I want him to have the big moments, but he's a problem defensively to deal with because he's a freight train in transition. He's fast as heck. He's strong. He can back guys down. So he's a really good player.
Is Meeks left-handed?
Yeah. You talk about some of his chippies around the rim and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's really great touch around the rim. As you could tell, we point of emphasis, scouting report, game preparation was to try to go at them inside. And, the points in the paint sort of reflect that. And we really,
5 assists,
yeah.
26 baskets, so yeah.
Yep.
Get it to him and let him operate.
Or just,
Yeah.
off our drives, off our post-ups, that was a big point of emphasis is to attack the paint. Yep.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, thank you.
Congrats.